Hey people, welcome to the Run Testers. It's Kieran here, and I am just about to head out in the Salomon Aero Blaze 3. This is a new shoe for me. I haven't run in the older generations. It's fresh out the box today. I'm going to go and have a little plod around for about 5 miles or about 45 minutes and see how they cope. So yeah, hope the rain holds off, and let's go and have a look. Let's give you some quick details then, starting with the stack height. The Salomon Aero Blaze 3 has 35 mils in the heel, 27 mils in the forefoot for an 8 mil drop. It weighs in at 232 grams or 8.2 ounces. That's in my UK men's 9 US 9.5 test shoe. On price, it's going to set you back £125 in the UK or just shy of $140 in the US. And then let's do the shoe whip round. And what we've got here is a shoe that's designed for versatility. It's made for daily mileage and workouts. You have got a PIBA and EVA hybrid midsole, which is using Salomon's Energy Evo foam. That's now relatively mid-stacked when you compare it to the likes of the kind of Vomero Premium or the Mega Blast, those other bigger shoes that have got, they're now got whacking great stacks. This one is looking quite, not traditional, but it's definitely a lower stack. It's not the softest foam, but there's a decent amount of compression and the midsole springs back quite fast. There is also a rocker with a lot of the curve further back in the sort of heel. There is no plate in the shoe, but there is a good amount of stiffness coming from the midsole setup. Up top, you have got a soft, flexible, engineered mesh upper that's quite well sort of perforated and airy in certain zones. You've got medium padded heel collars, medium padded knit style tongue. It's a pretty standard lacing setup, and then when you flip them over, there is an interesting looking sort of road sort of contour grip outsole here, which has a sort of section of rubber all the way outside. It's not covering the whole of the foot, but then you've got some different sort of texture rubber in the middle section here. There is also quite a big sort of central channel that running down the middle at the back there, presumably to help save some weight. So I've just finished my first run in the Salomon Aero Blaze 3. This is the first time I've been out in the Blaze. I haven't run in any of the previous models. To be honest, I'm not in Salomon road shoes very often. I'm more in the trail versions. So this has been a bit of a new experience for me. I just did a 5 miler, probably mixed pace, veering on the easier side of things. So I've got the Dublin Marathon coming up. So I'm just a couple of days away from that. So I'm just taking it nice and easy. But these shoes actually, out of the box, fresh out of the box today, super comfort on the foot. Put them on, they feel really good, they feel really natural, they feel really light. There's a nice roomy fit into the toe box. The uppers feel good on the foot. It's like got that really good instant step in comfort. Again, from new shoes, that's something you really want, and they've got bucket loads of it here. Then when you get moving, I think the big takeaways from that is that this is a really smooth, balanced ride. There's a decent amount of energy to them. They like to go fast, they feel light on the foot, so it's easy for the pickup. But through the transitions, they're really nice and smooth. They're bordering on the kind of soft and bouncy side of things, but they're not as big and bouncy as some of the daily trainers that we've got now. We're not talking about a kind of Mega Blast ride. We're talking about a bit more control than that. To me, they feel like a shoe that's going to have really good versatility and can definitely go faster and go slower. Like I did slow and I picked up the pace a bit. They almost were urging me to go a bit faster. Overall, I've had good stability on those early miles. The platform is nice and even, nice and controlled, nice and stable, nice and reliable, which is something that I really like. I think that big kind of slab of Energy Evo foam is doing a good job. There's a bit of compression and a bit of return there, but it's not that super sync. It does come back quite quickly, which is something that I really like in a shoe. It's not quite as snappy, I don't think, just on that first impressions anyway, as a kind of Speed 5, but I think it has that kind of energy to it where it feels like it's going to be able to do a lot and certainly be able to pick up the pace for faster runs. So we're going to have to do more testing in it, but those first impressions for me out there, 5 miles, mixed, good lockdown, good heel hold, all the fit was good, the ride is smooth and energetic, and it was nice and lightweight and exactly the kind of run that I wanted to do today. You've also got quite a big stack, but it's not too wide, so there's quite a lot of precision here in terms of the foot placement. It has that kind of agility and the kind of, it's a nimble shoe, which is what I also really like. It's maybe something that I don't like so much about the Mega Blast, and I really liked about the Sonic Blast. This has almost got that kind of Sonic Blast sort of slightly narrower profile, which I just think makes it feel a bit like less shoe on the foot, which makes me want to move quicker in it. First impressions here are, is this a shoe that I'm going to be able to do lots of big mileage in? and pick up the pace. It strikes me as a shoe that's good for kind of longer sessions where you're going to be throwing in intervals. So yeah, quick first impressions then after 5 miles in the Salomon Aero Blaze 3. Coming to the shoe brand new, fresh, first time in the Blaze. Can't really compare it to the old ones, obviously, because I've not run in them. Don't really know much about the shoe, to be honest, but I really liked it. It ticks a lot of boxes. It has a lot of things that I like in a shoe. It's light, the uppers feel really comfortable. There's a really great disappearing feel on the foot. I think the midsole ride has cushion and energy in return. It feels balanced. It's erring on the soft side, but comes back quite quickly. There's not too much compression. It doesn't feel kind of soggy and sapping. And so there's a lot of hallmarks here of a shoe that I think has good potential versatility, good capability. I think it's going to be able to go fast. I think I'm going to be able to run comfortably at the slower paces in it as well. I'm really looking forward to taking this out and seeing what it could do, you know, over a faster 10K, so pushing the pace, you know, closer to my marathon pace and quicker. And then also just looking at what might happen when I put in like a half marathon or an hour plus run where it might be a bit more on tired legs towards the end. I think it's going to be able to cope with both those things. So the signs are good. I think it's quite an exciting shoe, actually. I didn't expect to sort of like it, maybe because I haven't really run in Salomon shoes that have blown me away, but this one feels like there's a lot of pluses so far from what I've done. So there you have it. That's been my first run look at the Salomon Aero Blaze 3. We'll do more testing before we bring in the review, put in some more miles. Hope you found it useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, do all of that stuff, ring the bell. If you're looking for daily trainers, I'm going to put a video up on the channel now that you should definitely go and watch. Otherwise, as ever, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, happy running, people.